The restaurant glowed with candlelight and quiet elegance. Marcus Reed checked the address one more time, feeling completely out of place. At 32, he was a janitor at a tech company, and this restaurant was the kind with cloth napkins and wine lists he couldn't pronounce. But his sister had set up this blind date with her friend, insisting he needed to put himself out there. "Just try," she'd begged. "Rachel is sweet and normal. You deserve happiness, Marcus," the hostess approached. "Name for your reservation?" "Reed, I'm meeting someone. Rachel?" "Right this way, sir." She led him to a candlelit table where a woman sat alone, blonde hair cascading over her shoulders, wearing an elegant pink dress. She was beautiful, sophisticated, and clearly waiting for someone. "Your date is here," the hostess announced before disappearing. The woman looked up, confusion flickering across her face. "I'm sorry, but I think there's been a mistake. I'm Marcus," he said, extending his hand awkwardly. His work clothes, jeans, and a simple shirt with his company apron still in his bag, suddenly felt incredibly inadequate. "Marcus Reed, my sister Sarah set this up." "I'm not Rachel," the woman said gently. "I'm Sophia Daniels. I'm also here on a blind date, but clearly not with you." Marcus's face burned. "Oh God, I'm so sorry." "The hostess must have. I'll go find the right table." "Wait," Sophia said, a smile playing at her lips. "Sit for just a moment. This is actually the most interesting thing that's happened to me all evening." Marcus hesitated, then sat. "I really am sorry. I shouldn't even be here. I clean offices for a living and I don't belong in places like this." "Why not?" Sophia asked with genuine curiosity. "Look at me." Marcus gestured at his casual clothes. "Everyone here is dressed like they're attending the opera. And you—" He gestured at her elegant appearance. "You're clearly used to much nicer things than I am." "Don't assume you know what I'm used to," Sophia said kindly, "though you're right that I'm here for a specific reason. My business partner set me up with someone from our industry who he thinks would be appropriate. Someone who fits certain expectations." She said the last words with clear distaste. "Sounds like you're not thrilled about it," Marcus observed. "I'm CEO of Daniel's Digital Solutions. My blind date is apparently some executive my partner thinks would understand the pressures of running a company. What he really means is someone who fits the image of what a CEO's partner should be." "That sounds exhausting," Marcus said. "Being matched based on job titles instead of who you actually are." Sophia looked at him with surprise. "That's exactly what it is. Everyone treats relationships like business transactions, networking opportunities, strategic partnerships. No one just wants to know me." "Well, I'm definitely not a strategic partnership opportunity," Marcus said with a laugh. "I empty trash cans and clean bathrooms. Pretty sure I'm the opposite of what anyone's business partner would recommend." "That sounds infinitely more honest than what I'm used to." They talked for 20 minutes. Sophia asked about his work with genuine interest. Why he'd chosen that career, what he liked about it, what his dreams were. Marcus told her about how he was saving to start his own cleaning company, how he wanted to provide good jobs with fair wages to people who needed them. "That's admirable," Sophia said. "Building something that helps people, not just generates profit. What about you? Why did you start your company?" "I wanted to prove I could," Sophia admitted. "My father built a successful business and everyone assumed I'd inherited everything. I started my own company from nothing to show I had my own capabilities. But somewhere along the way, it became about the business itself, not about what I wanted from life." Marcus found himself captivated by her honesty. This woman, clearly wealthy and successful, seemed as lost as he sometimes felt. "I should probably find my actual table," Marcus said reluctantly. "My real date is probably wondering where I am." "And my executive should be arriving any minute," Sophia said with notably less enthusiasm. Marcus stood, then hesitated. "Can I ask you something? If you weren't here on your partner's arranged date, would you want to have dinner with someone like me? A janitor who knows nothing about business but everything about hard work?" Sophia looked at him steadily. "Someone like you is exactly who I'd want to have dinner with. Someone who talks to me like I'm a person instead of a title. Someone who actually listens when I speak instead of waiting to talk about themselves." "Then can I have your number? For a real date, not a wrong table accident?" Before Sophia could answer, a man in an expensive suit approached. Sophia, I'm Derek Patterson. Sorry I'm late. I got caught up reviewing the quarterly reports. He barely glanced at Marcus, already dismissing him as irrelevant. Another person appeared, a hostess with an embarrassed expression. Sir, I'm so sorry, but I seated you at the wrong table. Your date is waiting over there. Marcus looked where she pointed and saw a woman checking her phone with visible annoyance. That must be Rachel. He looked back at Sophia, who gave him a small, sad smile. I should go, Marcus said. Yes, Sophia replied softly. We both should. Marcus went to the correct table and apologized to Rachel. But the conversation felt forced, artificial. Rachel was nice enough, but she kept checking her phone and seemed uncomfortable with his job. After an hour of stilted conversation, they agreed it wasn't working and parted ways. As Marcus left the restaurant, he saw Sophia still sitting with Derek, who was talking animatedly while she looked bored. Their eyes met across the restaurant and something passed between them. Recognition, regret, possibility. Outside, Marcus stood in the cool evening air, frustrated with himself for not getting her number. He was about to leave when he heard footsteps behind him. Marcus, wait! He turned to find Sophia slightly breathless, having clearly run after him. I'm sorry, she said. I couldn't let you leave without giving you this. She pressed a business card into his hand. That's my personal number on the back. The dinner with Derek was excruciating. He spent the entire time talking about market shares and didn't ask me a single question about myself. Why are you giving this to me? Marcus asked. You're a CEO, I'm a janitor. Your business partner would probably have a heart attack. Good, Sophia said firmly. I'm tired of doing what my business partner thinks is appropriate. I'm tired of dating people who see my title instead of me. You sat at the wrong table and gave me the best 20 minutes I've had in months. Your world and mine are very different, Marcus said carefully. Maybe that's exactly why this could work. You don't want anything from me except conversation. You're not intimidated by my success or trying to use it for your own advancement. That's rare, Marcus. That's precious. Marcus looked at the business card, then at her. I can't take you to places like this. I can't afford restaurants where the wine cost more than my weekly salary. Then take me somewhere real. Somewhere people actually talk to each other instead of performing. I don't want expensive dates. I want honest ones. Marcus called her 2 days later. Their first real date was at a diner near his apartment. No cloth napkins, no wine list, just good food and real conversation. They talked for hours about their lives, their dreams, the gap between what they'd imagined their lives would be and what they'd become. My business partner is going to lose his mind when he finds out I'm dating our building's janitor, Sophia said, but she was smiling. Are you okay with that? Marcus asked seriously. With people judging you for being with me? I'm done living for other people's approval, Sophia said. You showed me in 20 minutes that I've been measuring my life by the wrong standards. Success isn't about impressing people. It's about being happy, being honest, building something real. Over the next months, they navigated the challenges of their different worlds. Sophia's business partner did indeed lose his mind, making clear his disapproval. Some of her wealthy friends were confused by her choice. But Sophia held firm, and gradually, people came to respect the man who treated her like a person rather than a prize. Marcus dealt with his own challenges, feeling inadequate at her business events, struggling with the wealth disparity, wondering if he'd ever be enough for her. But Sophia consistently showed him that his worth wasn't measured in bank accounts or job titles. You're building something meaningful with your cleaning company plan, she told him. You treat people with dignity. You work hard and stay honest. That's more impressive than any corporate executive I know. A year after the wrong table meeting, Marcus proposed at the same restaurant, at the same table where they'd accidentally met. He'd saved for months for the ring, simple but beautiful. You sat at the wrong table and changed my entire life, Marcus said. You taught me that I'm enough exactly as I am, that my worth isn't defined by my job or my bank account. That love is about seeing each other, really seeing each other regardless of circumstance. Will you marry me? Yes, Sophia said through tears. Absolutely yes. You taught me the same thing, that success without genuine connection is empty, that titles and wealth mean nothing if you're lonely, that the best conversations happen with people brave enough to be real. At their wedding, Sophia's business partner gave a toast that surprised everyone. When Sophia told me she was dating our janitor, I thought she'd lost her mind. I've spent 6 months being wrong about that. Marcus doesn't see Sophia as a CEO or a business opportunity. He sees her as a person. That's something I, in all my strategic planning, failed to value. They've taught me that the best partnerships aren't built on matching credentials, they're built on matching values. Marcus and Sophia built a life that honored both their worlds. Marcus started his cleaning company with Sophia's business advice and startup funding. She helped him create a model that paid fair wages and treated employees with dignity. He helped her reconnect with why she'd started her business, to prove her own capability, not to please others. Years later, they'd tell people about the night they met, the wrong table, the mistaken identity, the 20 minutes that changed everything. I was supposed to meet an executive who fit certain expectations, Sophia would say. Instead, I met someone who exceeded every expectation I didn't know I had. I was supposed to meet someone from my world, Marcus would add. Instead, I met someone who showed me that your world and mine could become our world if we were brave enough to build it together. Because sometimes the wrong table is exactly the right place to be. Sometimes the mistakes lead us to exactly where we're meant to go. And sometimes the most extraordinary love stories begin with a confused hostess seating someone in the wrong place, creating a moment of connection that changes everything. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales about unexpected love and the courage to choose authenticity over expectation. Comment about a time when a mistake led you to something wonderful. The best moments often come from the most unlikely beginnings.